Coors like has a distinct taste.
Okay.
Like I would know the difference between Core and like Budweiser.
Okay.
And I probably
Matt's
know
a fucking beer taster.
Yeah,
he
exactly,
puts
yeah.
he has a clear cup and he puts the beer in his mouth and he swishes it around
yeah.
and spits it back in the cup and goes, "I'm gonna say that's a natty.
Yeah.
That's a natty light."
I can usually tell the difference between alcohols like different brands, but within the same brand, I can maybe tell the difference between this is a light one or a more heavy one.
Now, as a drinking man, I was a connoisseur of light beer. I loved all sorts of cheap light beer. The cheaper the beer, the better. With one notable exception, I hate Genesee.
What
Genesee,
what
yeah.
the fuck is that?
Genesee suck. You never had Genesee?
Genesee, no.
So it may be a Pavlov's dog situation because the first time I had Hennessy, I was at a frat party because I was too young to drink, and there was a fat guy, shirtless, and he was in charge of giving all the freshmen their beer. And instead of handing us the cans of Genesee, he would open the can with his mouth and then pour like half of it into a red Solo cup. So not only would you only get half a beer, but this fucking dumb frat guy's saliva was all over it.
Frats are fucking gay as shit, dude. I would never hang out with those fucking faggots, dude.
Can you imagine being a woman in that house, by the way?
Yeah, a dumb bitch.
Can you imagine being a dumb
stupid
bitch?
that wanted to have alcohol and surprise, gets raped and suddenly it's like everyone's fucking problem except hers. Abso-fucking-lutely, dude. It's those are the most retarded people I never.
If you go into a house with a bunch of guys drinking Genesee, you are asking for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Victimless crime.
Except for the victim, of course.
What's your favorite
Some
light
idiot?
beer?
My favorite light beer, you know what? I would usually get a Bud Heavy.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's not a light beer.
These are like made. I feel like these are made up. Bud Heavy, Genesee. I've never heard of
Bud
these.
Heavy
fucking
is like the most popular drink in America.
He's a West Coaster.
Yeah.
Bud Heavy
It's
is just
not a
it's just a regular
seltzer.
Budweiser.
That's just Bud, dude.
I know, it's to distinguish from Bud Light.
There's Bud Light and Bud Heavy.
It's like saying cisgendered.
I
You don't
would
want to
nev-
just say Budweiser as if it's the default.
No,
That's
dude.
offensive to light beer.
Fucking East Coasters and you're stupid. Like, oh, it's like no, it's like it's either fuckable or unfuckable. Those are the
right.
two genders. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why we would say Bud Light or just Bud. We'd never say that's like the equivalent. I guess that's like a grown-up version of pop versus soda. But
Yeah,
I've
okay.
never seen Bud
I've
Heavy.
heard Bud Heavy before, but I usually will say Budweiser or Bud Light.
Pop
but
is such a. I know it's just a regional thing, but when someone says pop, I just want to be like, oh golly gee, can you fucking tie a yellow ribbon around the oak tree, Wally?
I would drink
Yes.
the Stella Artois. That was my go-to.
Is that a
beer.
light beer or just
Yeah,
your
it's like a
beer?
light
in
beer.
But
general?
you don't
Good-ass
binge
beer.
drink Stella.
Yeah, you can.
I guess
could.
you could binge.
Yeah.
You can binge drink any
I
beer,
always
dude.
felt like the light beer that tasted most like a regular beer was Michelob Ultra.
My buddies used to make fun of me because I would go to the bar and get like one nice beer.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
second beer would be a Bud Light.
Yeah, you start off
Yeah.
with I guess after I have like either a Stella or a Guinness, then I would switch over to PBR.
Yeah. Oh, PBR is nice.
I love PBR, and I would also drink Tecate. Those are my cheapy drinks.
Oh, for some reason, I always associate. There's like the cheap drinks like Keystone Light, Natty Ice, are the ones that'll come in like 30 racks. But for some reason, of all the cheap beers, Rolling Rock I associate with partying the most.
Okay.
If someone brings out Rolling Rock, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna have a good time. I don't know why, but
I can
that's
see that.
Yeah,
We would drink Absolute vodka when we were ready to party.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yingling, I think, is my favorite beer. Yingling's awesome.
Nice Japanese
Yeah.
brew.
No. That's why we got it at first. We were like, oh, we're going to get this Chinese beer. And it's like the oldest American beer, and it's really good.
That's what the Viet Cong call black people.
When I was a drinking man, I never needed another activity.
Yeah.
You know, like my friends would be like, "Oh, trivia night." I'm like, "Well, I'm going to be blackout by 8:30, so I won't be too much of a help as far as answering questions go."
Well, that was like in college, it was more the way I drank was more like the way you seem to describe your drinking, which we just like drink to party and get drunk, cheap beers, whatever it is. And certain people I would be around who had a taste for things would be like, all right, I'll try this thing that you say is really good, but I didn't care. When I graduated, actually for like a year after I was looking for writing jobs and just trying to find comedy writing jobs. And for like a year, I was writing a craft beer blog because there was a craft beer website looking for comedy writers to do a blog. And the whole premise of it was not in college anymore. I'll be drinking less beer now, so let me try and drink good beer. And it was like me trying like craft beers as someone who doesn't have any like taste for it. Like I'm not a beer snob, but like let me try these different craft beers and review them from a layman's perspective. and some of them are okay, but I don't think I'm not like I don't. There's no IPAs I like more than Yingling or Miller.
Yeah, I think some of that is people pretending to. You know,
Maybe, but with whiskeys, I can take. I think people may just have a taste for it that I don't have. What's your favorite non-American beer? We were saying, I think most of my favorite beers are probably the American ones, but I got a few I could think of.
what's the
International.
Canadian one?
Molson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I like Molson.
I like Tsingtao. I like
Sing Sao, that's the Chinese one, right?
Japanese.
Japanese is Sapporo, right?
Sapporo's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's I'm trying to. There was a couple of.
I mean,
German-
I feel like
I like a lot of the German one. I like Hefeweizen.
Ooh, that's
Hefeweizen's a very. In fact, most
Yeah.
German beers are really good.
I don't like German ones as much.
Really?
I mean, they're like I'll have a Beck's, but if I'm going, I mean, I don't. Guinness and Heineken to me are like the top internet and the top like European ones.
Guinness is good, but Guinness
we're
isn't even like a. Guinness is like
It's a
almost
stout.
yeah, it's like almost like a. That really is like how you think of what I would think of like a dinner beer, where it's almost like a soup. And
Yeah.
you just eat it with like a heavy meal. I can't. see
Guinness is like a soup.
Yeah,
I
well,
can
like,
see what you're saying. It's
yeah,
heavy.
it's-
Yeah.
I don't see myself.
You're
like
not
having,
drinking a bunch of them.
You want to bring Guinness to a park and like sit back.
Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
like more of like I could see myself going to a bar, and if I'm
And
having
getting
one
Guinness.
drink,
Yeah.
I'll get one Guinness
Yeah.
and maybe even have it in the middle of the day, and then have a nice little buzz. But I'm
But
not
that's
like hammered.
part of. I mean, for me, part of drinking is just going out and getting one drink.
No,
That's not the only like.
1 dozen drinks.
Yeah. Heineken you can do a lot of.
Heineken is a nice beer.
Yeah.
And
Should
I
we get
used to
some-
drink Heineken with my dad.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Was that fun?
He still drinks Heineken.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. How does
I
that
think
feel?
So
Uh,
jealous of my functional alcoholic parents that gave
Yeah.
birth to a non-functional alcoholic.
I like.
I mean, do you think like maybe you just gave up on drinking before you like learned how to control it?
No.
What really?
I'm a straight up dead or in jail guy.
Are you sure?
Hey,
Yeah.
I hate to be so serious, guys. But
Wow.
yeah, I
Are you
think
sure?
so. Yeah, I'm
You should go
positive.
to AA.
Nah, I've already talked about how gay AA is.
It is.
No.
more like gay.
Hey, and we're back.
Hey.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, AA sucks, but if you have to go, I respect it.
I also of the Mexican beers, I think Dos Equis is my favorite.
Dos
The beer's so
Equis.
nice they named it twice.
Dos Equis. Pacifico's underrated.
Mhm.
Everyone goes Corona. I think I was talking with a friend of mine about this. Corona is good. Yeah, a friend of mine told me specifically they've done taste tests after a beer has been out of the fridge for like hours, and Corona's the best there. It's designed to be drank on the beach
Ooh.
after it's been out. Like I've had Coronas
Yeah.
out. Warm Corona still tastes okay.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, other ones will get real bad when they're warm.
Corona, I will say, is also a great song by a band called the Minutemen.
That was that Jackass theme song.
The Jackass theme song. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. I think Modelo's a bit overrated. Just in that Modelo's are everywhere.
And
like
nowhere.
Dos Equis and Pacifico, I think, are better Mexican beers. And should be as, like, I like Modelo, but it's got more distribution than I think it deserves.
What is Modelo Spanish for? And I should know this is
The
Model.
Del. The
What?
Dello.
The Delo.
What is model? What's the English
Model.
word model? Oh, model?
Maybe, I would assume.
Is it Spanish for model?
Yeah.
I would think.
Like model train or model skinny girl?
The modern major general.
Bobby, it's 2023.
Okay.
Not all models are skinny women.
They aren't.
Yeah, now there's some uggos. Locker Room Talk. Check it out wherever podcasts are sold.